last night we got a jump start on our cabinets, which is super exciting because it's like we've only got 2 done, but it just, you can see it coming together and it's actually starting to feel like something. We didn't really record much from last night. We're having our friend Steve Clausen build them for us. So I have a little time lapse. But yeah, I don't know if we'll be talking and doing like step-by-step explanation of that process, just because we're not exactly doing it. Steve is actually doing it, and I want to be respectful of his time and not stop every, half hour and explain what happened and, yada yada yada. But yeah, we'll just I'm just gonna set up some time lapses, so you guys can watch the process evolve over time, and then our next step will be to painting, and then it's just so amazing to see it finally coming together, and it looks beautiful. I mean, Steve's craftsmanship is amazing. But yeah, I am gonna head over to Steve's right now. We got 2 cabinets up and we've got 3 left to go. I'm so excited.
It's hotter than a mug out here.
What? He's sweating.
I know. I mean, sweaty John.
Okay. I've been talking all of the other videos, so you may go.
Well, I guess I don't know where all you left off on those videos, though. But, I mean, essentially what we have here are all of our cabinets, which, have you told everybody that?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, we got some cabinets in. We got the front, you can kind of see the front cabinet.
You can't talk that way. He's not going to hear you.
We have the front cabinet right over our driver and passenger seats. And then we have the left side cabinet that is over our countertop. So, and then we have a closet.
And then we have our normal cabinet. It's not just for me. But yes, so we have most of our cabinets. Steve was so generous, and we are so thankful.
Yeah.
He was able to help us.
Yeah, he was a big help. I had no idea what I was doing with it, but it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple, but yeah, we're very fortunate for Steve to be able to take a day out of his busy work schedule and help us out. But now we have one more cabinet to put up right here.
And this will hold all of our clothes, pretty much. So, because we didn't film much of, Steve building it, we're gonna film and do a time lapse of us building the last one, so you can see how we did it. It's probably not gonna be as great as Steve's, but we'll be close.
Yeah. And then after that, we've got a whole other plethora of goody things to be done, like sanding, painting, everything, and then all sorts of other stuff.
And we got a quick deadline. We got 4 weeks to get it all done.
Yeah, it's right around the corner, but I'm feeling pretty confident. I know you're pretty overwhelmed, but I think we're gonna have it all ready to go, at least to be able to camp out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of walk you through this process of building cabinets. At first, I was super intimidated because I've never done it before, but after watching Steve, it's pretty simple, and I mean, hopefully I can help you guys out to build your own cabinets and not having to rely on somebody else to direct you and show you what to do. So what we did here is we found our measurement, our width of our base. So we found the width, and then we knew what our depth would be, and we decided to bring this out 12 inches But so we made our board 13 inches so we could have a little overlap to tie in to our steel framing here. All right, so once we had our depth set, we realized that there was a gap in between our base and our frame. So we took a 1x2 and just shimmed it in there. That way we had a nice level surface. Okay, so after we measured our face and then nailed it, we then measured here and then used a 1x4 so we had enough space for our doors so our doors could open up without hitting the side. Once we nailed these in, or once we had these where we wanted it, we then set it so it was nice and solid with braces in the back, shooting it to our studs. Once these were all, our 1x4s were set and they're nice and sturdy, we were then able to put our 1x4 up here, nail those together, and then we were able to brace it with another 1x2 that is going up into our stud. And then we could put a 1x4 in between this distance and reinforce it with another 1x2 here behind and one back here. So, moral of the story is get your platform, get your first face, reinforce it from your corners, and then you can get these guys so then you can put your doors on. And so the next phase obviously is to cut our doors, put the doors on the hinges, and then paint.
Okay, I'm going to be keeping this nice and short. Today I'm going to be sanding. Pretty self-explanatory, sanding anything and everything, so that way we can get going on painting. So here we go. Okay, so what we have started to do is make our cabinet doors. So John is cutting. I am going to be chopping the 1x2s. So what this is it's just 1/2-inch plywood. Oh, if I can get it up. With then 1x2s on top. We're just doing this to save on material. But we need a thickness for our hinges to attach to. So that's why we're doing that. And we're gonna start making our cabinet doors. So this is what 2 finished doors looks like. And then this opening will be our fridge. The middle one's just a sink cabinet, and then behind there will be like pots and pans and stuff like that. But it's coming together, and then we have these nice soft close hinges. And they're really hard to open, so it'll keep the doors when we're driving. They won't open and rattle, and no need for latches. Okay, so we finished the building process, and now we're going to move on to the painting process, but I wanted to give a run through of what all the cabinets are and yada yada yada. So this is where we're thinking we're going to store like our blankets and bedding and stuff, because you can't put too much weight above our heads because there's no support beam across here. And then these doors will flip up. Moving to this cabinet right here, so this is going to be like an electronic compartment. Right now it's going to charge, or like there'll be an outlet in here. Oh, we probably need to cut that out. To charge my camera and the drone, and then eventually it'll have like our solar panel hookup, monitor thingy, anything else electronic will go in this cabinet up here. I really wanted a closet, so we're gonna put a hang bar in here, just so I can, you know, just so everything is not folded. I really wanted a closet. And then underneath there, 2 shoe compartments here. So then moving to this side, refrigerator is gonna go in the far cabinet. This is a sink cabinet, so it'll just be, I don't know, sink stuff. And then this is just another cabinet. If you remember, we had an air conditioner behind there. We just boxed it off, and now it vents out the side over here. It's gonna be hard to see. But basically, we just needed to allow for airflow to go through there because the Freon is still working, and we don't want mold to build up. So it vents out kind of the driver's side door. You can see this fancy thing John just made. It's gonna hold our cast iron pan, so this isn't rattling around. It's pretty amazing. These little cubbies right here, I really wanted to grow like herbs and basil and things, so that's just gonna be a little pot holder or a little holder to grow that. And then it'll also be a tool holder. And then we were thinking spatulas, cooking stuff, and then this was gonna be a shoe compartment, but now it's really weird next to all the kitchen stuff. So probably like a blender, other knick-knacky stuff. Up top are kitchen cabinets, so food, stuff like that. And then all the way in the back we have our clothing, which will go here. And then down here we have these little compartments that these are kind of going to be underwear and sock and maybe like sports bras, I don't know. It'll just be little things that won't rattle while we're moving. So we'll put all the doors in all those. What we did was we used the plywood for the face of the cabinets, and then we used this B-board material, which is a super thin, flexible board. It's also on the back of this cabinet right here. Go to the, see how it bends? That's nice for anything curved. I think it's called B-board. I'm not really sure what it's called. Kind of B-boardy. And then moving to the back here, kind of looks jankety, but it works great. Hold these open. And now you have kind of a work surface there.
All right, so all we have to do left for the cabinets is finish them up just by putting all the little hinges and clasps on. Our doors are done,
Which I showed them.
which we showed you, but now we just have to paint, and then we'll put them on, and that will be finito with all the cabinets and doors and whatnot. So
That wraps up kind of the building process of the van.
Yeah. Of all the van, right?
Yeah.
And next step, we're on to paint. So we'll see you in that one.